It was midnight in Philippi. The prison was dark, the air was damp, and two men, Paul and Silas, sat with bruised backs and shackled feet. They had been beaten, falsely accused, and thrown in jail for casting a demon out of a slave girl. But instead of groaning or plotting escape, they did something unthinkable. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God. Acts 16:25. And the other prisoners, they weren't yelling. They weren't mocking. They were listening. Suddenly, the ground shook. Suddenly, there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. Acts 16:26. But this wasn't a typical tremor. The doors flew open. The chains on every prisoner fell off. No one ran. No one escaped. And yet freedom was everywhere. This was not chaos. This was divine precision. The Roman jailer awoke and saw the prison doors open. Panic hit instantly. Under Roman law, if prisoners escaped, he would be executed. So he drew his sword to end his own life. But then came a voice from the darkness. Do not harm yourself, for we are all here. Acts 16:28. The jailer froze. His world had just quaked physically and spiritually. He rushed in. He fell trembling before the men he had once locked up. And he asked the most important question anyone could ever ask. Sirs, what must I do to be saved? Acts 16:30. This isn't just about an earthquake. It's about the power of worship, the purpose of suffering, and the miracle of salvation. God didn't shake the prison to help Paul and Silas escape. He shook it to wake a jailer's soul. He shook it to show that chains break when his people pray and praise, even in pain. Paul and Silas didn't wait for freedom to praise. They praised in chains, and the chains broke. God's power doesn't always show up to deliver us from the trial. Sometimes it shows up to use the trial to save someone else. Your midnight praise could be the reason someone else sees the light. Lord, when I'm beaten down and locked in by life's trials, help me to praise you anyway. Teach me to trust that even in the darkness, you are working. Let my worship shake spiritual foundations and awaken hearts, especially those who feel hopeless. Use my pain to point others to you. Amen.